he is getting so possessive of his toys. But then he also takes Kai's toys, like toys that are like from the very like
Well, and
beginning, they're
like they're
Kai's.
all these old toys that he didn't even like.
But even sometimes not. Even sometimes
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I told them a lot. I While you were up there, I told them about how we sort of did like a list of both of our mental loads, and like they ended
Mm-hmm.
up being kind of equally as long.
Yeah.
Um, and there were just like,
And there's things that overlap too. Like I would say
mm-hmm.
something like, "Oh yeah, I think about that a lot too."
Yeah, and that like helped us see like how even though like our roles were different and we had different struggles, like we still both we both had the same
Mm-hmm.
sort of almost the same amount of struggles. They were just different, and like I didn't know your struggles, but and you didn't really necessarily
Yeah.
know my struggles.
Yeah.
And then I also talked about how like that stemmed the thought of like how like the stay-at-home parent is like the manager of
Yeah,
the
I was just
house.
thinking that. I was wondering if you talked about
I
that.
did. I like touched on it, but I didn't really go into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, and it all stemmed because maybe passive aggressively, sometimes I say things to Jesse.
That's
Um,
right. That's right,
I'm
Saga.
not very passive aggressive. Most of the time I'm very like blunt, like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
But like every now and then I'll be like very passive aggressive about something. And anyway, we were talking about that, and he said he used it against me.
Me?
Yeah, you did. We were talking about like
Oh
how
yeah.
we were talking about
I
how
think I remember.
it was like I was the manager,
Uh huh.
and I was telling he was like, well, if you were the manager, then you need to come up with a better way to talk to your employees, because then I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna quit. And
Yeah,
I
like
was
if you're the
like,
manager, you also have to be the leader and like acknowledge the way you approach things. Because as a manager or leader, if like your job, if your objective is to get something done, then you have to figure out how can I motivate this person to get them to do it. Like how can I make this work for them, so that like it works for me.
I know, but
So
like, I mean, sometimes I don't have time to think about that, and I think that
oh
you
no,
get
I'm
a sense
just
of that
yeah.
when you try to put one of them to sleep and it doesn't go like, and you're just like, and I deal with that
I know.
every day.
I know.
Like,
It's
while you get to go to your office
uh-huh.
where you can maybe listen to or watch whatever
Mhm.
you want to watch or listen to, and you get to talk to other adult people,
Mhm.
like if you wanted to or
Those two
whatever,
things aren't
like,
correlated, I feel like.
well, you would think that, but it's
Yeah.
very lonely to not
Oh
have
yeah, no,
anybody to talk
I
to
totally
you.
believe
And
that.
so,
I totally believe that.
it's like after a day of that, you want me to also like think of how I can make it easier for you. Like
No, that's not what I
that's
meant.
some
But I'm
bull.
saying if it's a direct correlation as the role of manager, that's one of the things that you
Well,
would
right, but
do.
it's not like a direct
Yeah.
like.
Oh, so you get to pick and choose which qualities of manager that go
No,
with the
it's
job
just not. It's
description.
not direct. And I was telling them how like sort of it's like that. But I don't get to escape this job. Like I
Yeah.
don't get to like. Well, I'm clocking
Yeah.
out. Like
Yeah.
even managers get to clock out, but I don't. Like it's 24/7. And like I get that you have your other job and then
Mhm.
you clock out of that and clock into this. But like at least you get like that break from kids, and that's like
Mhm.
something that.
It's so crazy that I've always felt like I was like I know that I'm not patient at waiting for things for myself, but like I'm very like understanding of impatient of people, but not children. Like it's something I struggle with so much. They're doing their best and they don't know any better, but for some reason like it gets to me so fast. Like they're crying, or like if I'm like I don't know what you want, like what can I do for you?
Mhm.
Like if I don't know, like it goes from like 0 to 100. You know what I mean?
I wonder if that contributes to like who you've become like parent wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know like if other stay-at-home parents and working parents feel like this too, but like me being the stay-at-home parent, I'm 100%. I am the discipliner. I've been through this all day with you and XYZ. But he comes home and he's like, "Oh, you want to play? Like, yeah, let's play." And I'm like, "It's not playtime right now." Or what, like whatever. It's not necessarily play, but
Yeah,
it's just like
I
an
know what you mean.
example.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh, you want candy? Here you go." I mean, that obviously
What?
he's not like that. Like,
I don't give those
he used
sugar.
to be. He used to be, but like, but it's just an
Oh, I've
example. You know what
learned
I
my
mean? Like,
ways.
oh, you want a snack? Here you go. Like, even if it's a healthy snack, and I'm like, we have to wait for dinner or whatever. And then
Mm.
when it comes to dinner, he's not
I
he's
don't
not
think that has
hungry.
anything to do with patience. Like I think it has to do with like you come into a like I clock into a situation where I don't know what's gone on
Mm-hmm.
through the day, so I don't know where you're at in the process,
Mm-hmm.
when snacks were had, when lunch was, like when diapers were changed, like what conversations have been had.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, like I'm coming in like at ground zero to a situation that's been already going on, and so I'm
Mm-hmm.
like thinking from that point forward, not thinking of all the things that have happened
Mm-hmm.
before
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe before it was just like I was so happy to see him, and it was really hard for me to say no, because like I just wanted him to be happy. But now I'm like, it's really clear to both of us what boundaries are super important,
Yeah.
not because they help us or them, but like for both. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like it helps, like when there's a schedule, or when things happen or don't happen, they can snowball and create chaos and overwhelm for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like sugar is one, or like when bedtime is, or even if it's not sugar, just a snack before a meal. I was like, if he gets a snack at 4, but he just had a snack at 3, he's not going to be hungry for dinner. And if he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't eat dinner, he's going to wake up at 4:30 instead of 6, because he's going to
Yeah.
wake up hungry
Yeah.
because he's not going to eat dinner,
Yeah.
or he's going to like refuse to eat dinner until 7. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So setting the like really simple boundaries in the moment, it's really easy to just say yes sometimes.
Yeah.
Just
Whereas
because
for
like that
me, like
moment's a struggle.
almost my go-to is like,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Not even like, but most of the things that he asks to do or whatever, no, like say what you want, but screen time saved our life.
Mm-hmm.
With Kai being born and just like struggling with that, and the fact that like at 4 months Kai started to not sleep, and so I didn't have any sleep, and screen time like saved our lives, like 100% they saved our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuckoo kangaroo, but now, so now we're like scaling back the tablet, and he's actually been pretty good at like some days he'll go like almost all day with no tablet, and he's
Mm-hmm.
fine, like he's
Yeah.
totally fine with it, but I do understand that like plus because he's had access to it for so long, and also sometimes I am just feeding Kai and I just cannot play with him. He wants interaction, and so he plays like games and stuff on his
Yeah.
tablet. But yeah, he's doing really really good, but sometimes he'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Can I have my tablet?" No, you've had it like all morning. And especially sometimes when you wake up with him, you give him his tablet and he goes and he has a snack and you
Mm-hmm.
like pass out on the couch.
Sometimes that does happen. It hasn't happened lately, and it's a good and a bad thing. But oh, that was such a sweet period of time for like the week that I was able to like get that schedule. I would wake up, I would immediately put this like socks on, here's your tablet, here's a yogurt, and I'm gonna go back to sleep on the couch. And then he would finish his yogurt, and he would come over and like get under the blanket with me and snuggle on his, like he'd be like on his tablet while I was just like like,
Passed
oh my god,
out.
that was like the best. That was like the best sleep catch up ever.
And we actually have a playlist for him on Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yeah.
put in songs that he likes and we take out songs that he doesn't like anymore. And
When
he
we're driving, he's the DJ.
yeah, when we're driving he's like, we just give him a phone and he changes the songs
Yeah,
as
like
he
we put
likes
it
it,
on.
like on
We lock
Spotify.
the phone, and then he just like clicks back and forth and
You know,
stuff.
but sometimes even if we keep the phone open,
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
change
really
it, yeah.
go to like to YouTube or anything. He
Yeah.
like literally just like changes the song, and he finds rando songs too. Sometimes he'll
That's
like
true.
actually go into like the search or whatever, and he will
Like
just
browse
find
it.
such random songs.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, like he has his own playlist and everything. So it's 10, guys. It's a little past 10. This is going to be every Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
And we'll see you later.